Now, Turkey and Israel are trading sharp accusations after Ankara sought an Interpol Red Notice for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu over the interception of a Gaza-bound aid flotilla in May. Turkey says Netanyahu is facing allegations including genocide, crimes against humanity and torture. Israel has rejected the accusations and accused Turkey of hypocrisy. The dispute centers on the Global Sumud Flotilla, which sailed towards Gaza in May with around 430 activists on board. Israeli forces had intercepted the flotilla in the Mediterranean, detained the activists, and later expelled them. According to reports, Israeli forces opened fire on at least 2 vessels of the aid flotilla. Turkey's Justice Minister Akkin Gurlek has said on X that it has sought an Interpol Red Notice for Netanyahu and other Israeli soldier Afek Moskovitch over the incident. In a statement, Netanyahu's office said Israel was unimpressed by Turkey's hypocrisy, sharply criticizing Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. It described Erdogan as an anti-Semitic dictator, accusing him of massacring Kurds, supporting Hamas, and oppressing his own people. It added that Israel would continue to act forcefully against Turkey's attempts to destabilize the region. Now, Turkey rejected the remarks as outrageous ravings, accusing Netanyahu's government of seeking to evade accountability and using the dispute for political gain ahead of elections. While pointed to upcoming polls in which Netanyahu's position is on the line, Erdogan's office described the remark as a cheap politics intended to give Netanyahu and his associates an electoral advantage, adding that such tactics carry no weight whatsoever. Meanwhile, Britain, Canada, and Australia have condemned Israel's decision to close a probe into the 2024 strike that killed 7 World Central Kitchen and aid workers in Gaza. The aid workers were killed when their vehicle convoy was hit by an Israeli drone strike after they had helped to deliver food aid. Israel's military called the incident a tragic mistake and said it found no reasonable suspicion of criminal misconduct. The World Central Kitchen has called for an independent investigation into it. Meanwhile, in the West Bank, the United Nations is demanding accountability after a Palestinian teenager was shot to death near Hebron. Palestinian officials say the 17-year-old was killed and a 70-year-old man was wounded after Israeli settlers entered the village of Sa'ir. Now, Israel's military says Palestinians threw rocks at the settlers, injuring some of them, before a security official opened fire. The UN says 22 Palestinians have been killed in settler-related attacks in the West Bank since the start of the war.
We reiterate that Palestinians across the occupied Palestinian territory must be protected as required by international law, and the perpetrators must be brought to and held to account. The use of lethal force in law enforcement must be a last resort.
Furthermore, Palestinian group Fatah and Hamas are preparing to meet in Cairo next week to resume national dialogue and discuss challenges facing the Palestinian cause following months of contacts and recent Hamas-Egypt talks.